of joke. And I actually engaged the page with just a couple posts back and forth. I didn't want to get too involved, but I said to them, what you're doing is against the law. And he came back with a comment about how he checked with Mr. Rothschild, who the Rothschilds own the Weather Channel indirectly. And that was just a, busting my chops basically about the fact that we were protesting at the Weather Channel, that he had gone up to his completely higher ups and that it was okay for him to make written death threats to us. And I take that very personally and very seriously. And so the fact that Facebook won't take that page down, I just find ludicrous. I mean, Facebook will go in and take down pictures of women that they post that they find too provocative. They'll take down comments that people make about, religion that other users may find offensive. But there's a page whose title actually calls for my death, and Facebook won't take it down. So
right, we've seen Facebook complicit in these. They pick and choose what they want to censor. I mean, there are other pages up before that we've reported where they were openly calling for people to kill the protesters there at the Trayvon Martin rallies that were out, and they just left it up and they said it doesn't violate our policy, or they've left up videos showing beheadings. And people have complained and said at least put a graphic warning on this, so children are on Facebook and they don't take it down, yet they'll take down photos of mothers breastfeeding or something like this. And obviously a death threat like this is something to take very seriously. And of course, you guys should expect some agent provocateurs and someone who's going to try and turn this into maybe not a peaceful protest or make you all look like crazies or something out there. It's something to try and devalue what you all are doing out there. And that right there should call to arms a lot of people who just aren't going to, cower down to trolls that are out there on the internet.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. They're trying to use fear and intimidation to keep people from coming to an event and participating. And you'd be amazed, Leanne, trying to get an event like this going. I bought signs for this event that disappeared. It was the first lost shipment that the company that I buy them from had in a year. Gone. Then they showed up a week later. I've sent shipments of DVDs out to California, literally disappeared with tracking, gone, had to be reprinted. Activist boxes sent all over the country, gone. The activists aren't receiving them. They do not want the word out on this topic. And it's just so sad. I always say the average American has no idea of the level of evil that we're dealing with. And we better deal with it now while we have the chance. Because if we don't deal with it now, I was just telling Mary Lou that I wanted to briefly mention, I mean, we're looking at a tunnel that's just so dark. It's so narrow and dark at the end. And I see it because I've done so much research and I've read all their books. The Georgia Guidestones, the statements of John Holdren involving depopulation, Ted Turner, Prince Philip.
Right. They've definitely made their agenda very clear.
That's exactly right. And I'm not saying that it's just about depopulation. It's not. There's a whole lot of other purposes: solar radiation management, weather control, weather warfare. There's multiple agendas here. We could argue about, what portion, and I've had philosophical discussions on this point, what portion of this involves depopulation. But I think there's no doubt. I read an article today about mind control, 600. This was from Natural News, from Mike Adams, talking about 600 different vaccines being administered, mind control vaccines. And we wonder sometimes why we can't reach. I try so hard, and some people you just can't reach. And I can't help but wonder if that's not why. Are they already experimenting? And we know some of what they're putting in, but there's probably a lot that we don't know. And it's just a perfect delivery mechanism for biological, for chemical, for all these different nasty
agents.
That's exactly right. And it's horrifying. And again, we better deal with it now.
Right. We're looking at checkmate here. And that's it. I mean, it's time for people to wake up. It's time for people to stop saying, oh, well, it doesn't affect me if I keep my head in the sand, because it absolutely affects us all. Like you said, we can avoid drinking certain kinds of water, we can avoid eating GMOs, but we can't avoid breathing the air. We all need it to live, and we all deserve to know what exactly they are spraying. Now, talk to me a little bit about the specifics of this event. I know that 6-term Congresswoman and all-around badass Cynthia McKinney is slated to be there. But what else do people need to know specifically so that they can get involved with this event on Monday, January 26th, this Monday?
Bottom line is we're going to meet at the Cumberland Mall in the parking lot next to the Sears at Cumberland Mall in North Atlanta. It's right near the junction of 285 and 75, the perimeter around Atlanta 285. The Weather Channel headquarters is right there at 285 and 75. What is it, Mary? The 300 Interstate North
Parkway
Southeast.
Yeah.
300 Interstate Parkway North Southeast.
But all people need to remember is the Sears, because we're going to be running a van shuttle over to the office building area where Weather Channel headquarters is located, just to keep the traffic down from that area and give them kind of one less thing to cart us off for.
There is a government building right across the street from Weather Channel, and we did some scouting again yesterday, and we don't want people parking over there because we don't want this to turn into a situation where they're hauling off cars. We need to accomplish what we need to accomplish, and that's creating massive awareness. We need to wake up a lot of people, and we plan on accomplishing that on Monday, January 26th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. We'll be there till 5. I've got a shuttle running back and forth between 10:30 and 12:30 for the people coming, and in terms of departure, 3:30 to 5:30. We'll have a van running back and forth to take people the 2 miles between the mall and the Weather Channel headquarters. But
the food court for the Cumberland Mall is right upstairs. When they park outside of Sears, they can go in through Sears and go upstairs to the food court. That's really the closest food concessions we'll have for the event. So other than that, I think we've got all the details.
Yeah, and we'll have your Facebook page up there. People can go link to that as well. You can get all the directions there, the time, and the rundown. It has all of the rules of engagement to make sure this is a peaceful protest and that they aren't going to use any means to shut it down. Greg, Mary Lou, thank you so much for joining us on the show today, and we hope this is a very successful event, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Thanks for having us, Leanne.
That's it for the show tonight. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and then head over to prisonplanet.tv. Your username and password can be shared with up to 20 people at the same time. We just started doing that. So that's 20 people that can have instant access to over 18 years worth of content, everything we do here at InfoWars. And of course, you are helping to support this operation. We'll see you here again Monday at 7 p.m. Central. City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
This has an aftertaste. Tastes like Austin water?
Yeah, it does. Ugh.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered through the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
High quality H2O.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, Monsanto's deadly pesticide, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
Yeah, it has that processed flavor to it.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances and many more, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Again, that's InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. And your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.